Well, Islamabad United continue their winning ways. Is now back-to-back wins for them. 3 back-to-back wins and a stunning performance in the field with the bat, with the ball. They just seem like a force to reckon with in this HBL PSL 10. Remember, they are the defending champions, and a jubilant captain, smiles all round, and why not? They've earned it. Just a quick reminder of how things went in this game then. Islamabad United making 202 for 6 in their 20 overs. Saibzada Farhan amongst the runs once again. And a solid 48 of 25 from Colin Munro. Haider Ali chipping in along with Holder, who's done well with the bat and the ball for Islamabad United. In response, Multan Sultans falling short. They were bowled out for 155 in their 18.4 overs, with the Rizwan the top scorer. Overall, Islamabad United winning by 47 runs. Just a quick look at the table as well then. Islamabad United are right at the top. They've played 3, won 3, and then you've got Lahore Qalandars behind them. Remember, they won their game against Karachi Kings yesterday, so sitting on 4 points. And in the end, the top 4 teams will be qualifying for the playoffs. Great to be back on pitch side, and it's been a stunning win by Islamabad United. Like I said, they certainly seem to be a force to reckon with in this HBL PSL 10. And to talk us through how they've won today, I've got a very, very special guest here with me. Colin Munro joins us alongside Dominic Cook. Colin, many congratulations once again. Islamabad United, like I said, seem to be the team to beat in this HBL PSL. What do you think has been, the reason behind their success? It's been just consistent performance. They've started off from where they left last season. You were there last season as well. There seems to be a common theme of winning. Why do you think they've been so successful?
Well, I think first things first, we obviously spoke about what happened last year and we won, but it's a different squad. It's a different, there's players that have come in, so we don't want to just think that we're the same team as last year. We're a whole new team, so we've left what happened last year. Yeah, we celebrated it well, but then move forward now with a new bunch of players and trying to make some really good memories with the guys that we have now. So, we've come out and we've played 3 really complete games. We don't want to be playing your best cricket too early, so hopefully there's still some room for improvement.
And is that something you worry about? Because obviously there's a lot of commentators who thought about don't peak too early. Do you worry about that as a side, or do you just think we just try and win every game?
I just think try and win every game. Mike Hesson always says you want to peak at the right time in the tournament, but if we're playing good cricket and we continue to play good cricket, why not? I've been part of a team where you've gone through the whole competition and won every single game, so why not?
I'll ask one more question, sorry,
sure.
Zainab. What makes you so consistent? You travel all around the world playing T20. Why are you so consistent?
I just think the older I've got, the less I've really cared, to be honest. It's, when you really want something so much, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So you're more relaxed is what you're trying to say, because you just think, this is me now.
Yeah, exactly. And, you speak to people 2 years ago, it was like, I've got 1 tournament left. And then you do well, and then you get that hunger back.
More.
Then you get another couple of contracts, and then you're like, okay, I need to push on for another year. And I don't know when the end is near. It's obviously near, but I don't know when it's going to come. But just trying to enjoy everything. Whether it's playing here, Big Bash, CPL, whatever. So just still trying to enjoy it. As long as I'm playing with a smile on my face and enjoying my cricket, that's the main thing.
You were talking about not caring, but one thing that you've cared about is your fitness, because that's the one thing that keeps a player going. And longevity in the game is very much dependent on that. So is that something that you particularly work on?
No, if I said yes, I'll be lying. But to be honest,
but you look in great shape.
Thank you. To be honest, though, I wasn't in greater shape going through the Big Bash. I did my hamstring there, so I had 2.5 months off, and I really decided to, rather than just do my own program and go through what I want to do in the gym, I got a personal trainer, just even if it's twice a week, just to hold me a bit more accountable. Because there's nothing worse than, yeah, you can score runs, but if you can't field or run to the ball and stop twos, you're letting your bowlers and your team down. So it's just trying to maintain those standards for as long as I can.
Tell us about this top order that you've got. You're part of that top order. Is it something that Mike Hesson is talking about, how to attack in the power play? Is there certain totals you're looking at, or is it just you go out there and play your own game?
Exactly how you finish. Just go out there, play your own game, assess conditions. Farhan is in the form of his life, scored, 400s, saw him batting at training. I was absolutely flabbergasted. No one actually picked him up in the draft, because he actually he batted beautifully for Lahore last year, second top run scorer for them. To not get retained, that's okay. But then to not get picked up at all, I thought that was a bit rough on him. And, you know, lucky we got him at the end there. And, you know, he's come in and, you know, I asked him exactly the other day, like, how have you become so consistent and played? Because it's not always going to happen. But he said that he's been hitting more balls and he's working harder on his game. He had a taste of playing international cricket. It didn't go to plan, but he wants to get back there. And the hunger is there because he's the first one on the nets and he's literally the last one out. So, yeah, he works incredibly hard. So, you know, all the success that he's getting now, he fully deserves it.
I mean, you spoke to Jason about this as well on Mike Hessen's influence on the team. I mean, seems like a very sort of unassuming character. Not, you know, you have different characters in terms of coaches over the years. We've seen all kinds. What kind of a character is he?
Well, Hess is great because he doesn't come with an ego of having played the highest standard of cricket or anything. So he doesn't. He expects high standards of you, but he understands the game. You know, he's a real student of the game and understands exactly that things aren't going to go your way all the time. But when it is your day, try and make it happen and make a big impact on the game. And I think one thing I've learned from him, and even when he was coach of New Zealand under, you know, with Brendan McCullum, was he doesn't always just talk about the guys that did match-winning things. You know, it's those little impacts of, you know, it could be 10 or 3 balls at the end, or it could be somebody running the last over of the game, even though the game's won, somebody's running to stop a boundary, or those twos, just those little things. So everybody's feeling included and actually wanting to be part of the team out there, whether it's like even today before coming, he said like well done to the 12th, 13th, 14th men from you know the last game, because you know they're not always getting on the park, but they're looking after us really well.
And they're part of the squad. That's why he's doing that. 3 from 3. What can you improve on? What can get better with the side? Because obviously you want to get better. What can go better?
Well, I just think a little bit of execution with the ball. We've spoken about it, having you know, and then in the field tonight, I think it did get a little bit dewy. Myself included, a couple of fumbles there. We can clean up a little bit. But yeah, I don't think we can search too much. We've played some really good cricket, and sometimes you just got to say we're actually playing good. We don't actually have to search too much because we've played 3 really good games.
Well, it's very evident that the team environment is great, and you know, you spoke about the influence of Mike Hessen, but what about Shadab Khan? Because he's been with Islamabad United for a while, and one thing that we've seen is that his own performance also as a leader, you know, speaks volumes of the kind of leader that he is. I mean, he's in particular done well for Islamabad United, and what kind of an impact do you think he has on the team?
Oh, he's massive. Him and Rayhan get on really well. You know, and Rayhan picks the team and wants good people involved. And Shaddy's the same thing. You know, if it's a like for a player, he'll get the better character or the better person that's going to offer more to the team. Not necessarily winning performances, but who can fit into the changing room really well. Shaddy's a leader by example. He's not a big talker, but when he's angry with you, he'll let you know. And I think that's what I really respect about Shaddy, is that he's not just going to, you know, whether it's an overseas player or whether it's a youngster, he's going to treat you the same. And I think sometimes in Pakistan that doesn't really go, you know, it's because of the hierarchy a little bit. So maybe I'm wrong in saying that, but in cricket we're all the same. You know, whether I've played 400 games or Mohammad Shahzad's played 2, we're exactly the same. You know, if he wants to talk up in a team meeting, he can go ahead and talk up. He's not going to get shut down, even if it is something that might not be what we're trying to achieve. It'll be like, cool, thanks for your input, but we'll rather do this. Speaking
of Rehan, he mentioned the fact that there's a story that you need to tell. It's about your category. You were initially in the platinum category and now you've been picked in the silver category. Is there something that we're missing that you need to tell us?
Yeah, I got my own back on him though, to be fair, because I was in charge. Obviously, I was in silver this year. And got my own back. I'm in charge of selecting the teams for soccer volleyball. So I made myself a little draft system. And I'm not, the standard of soccer volleyball here in Pakistan is not of the highest caliber, unfortunately. So most of the overseas are on the top, and platinum, Dorshus and those boys. And then Rehan Bhai, unfortunately, he had 3 opportunities to actually perform. And he was terrible, so I couldn't put him any higher. So he's in the silver category. So yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy about that, but he's performed, and the standard of football has actually gone up really well. So really looking forward to what's. I think tonight was a tie because we were running out of time. So you know the red team is leading 1-0 out of the 2-game series. Another 3 to go, and then we'll reassess those.
Do you know what it sounds like to me? It just sounds like you've got just a lovely bond. Everybody gets on. Everybody gets each other's humour. And I think that is putting you in good stead trying to win back-to-back tournaments.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think, you know, Nawaz has come in and he's added value to it, you know. Salman Aliaga's great character, you know, captain of Pakistan, leads by example. We've got some really good characters. Imad Wazim too, you know, and guys that really give back to the group, and I think that's hugely important. Whether they're performing, whether they're not, I think Rayhan's done a really good job in getting good characters in the group and, you know, go out there and play for each other.
He's covered it up. Basically, he called him terrible first, and now he's done a great job with
He's
the team.
terrible on the football field, let's put it that way.
Well done. We saw what you did there. I mean, he's making sure that
Who are you, football? If you had a footballer, who are you? Are you Ronaldo? Are you Messi?
No, I'm terrible.
Oh, you're not good?
Yeah, no, I got a left boot and it's pretty heavy.
So is Messi, but he's still good.
Yeah, true. No, I'm terrible. I've got no pace anymore and my touch is pretty heavy.
Even Stevens then. They're both terrible in different aspects of different, you know, games. But thank you so much for your time,
thanks.
Colin.
Brilliant.
It's a pleasure to have you here on Pitside. Wish you all the best for the remaining games. And that was pretty much all that we have from Colin Munro. But we're going to take a short breather. And when we do come back, we'll be joined by a new guest. Don't go anywhere.